the Swan Gang Racing Channel.
What's up, guys? We are out here at Bradenton Motorsports Park. We were at the house all week. We didn't know what the weather was going to do. It has been extremely cold, raining. It's just been miserable here in the state of Florida. The weather kind of made a change right there at the end, and I told the boys, I said, listen, let's go ahead, load old girl up, let's head on down to Bradenton Motorsports Park, see if we can find a parking spot and try to take on the no time class. We won this race last year here, and we're back now just seeing if we can do a little bit better and see if we can repeat and pull off a win again. They're just now firing up. You can hear everybody talking in the background. We got Pro Mod this weekend, but we're here really for the no time class. We are going to try to take Prenup, put her in the winner's circle, and see if we can leave here with a victory and a trophy. We're gonna go through, we're gonna fire the car up. Y'all know the routine. I'm gonna start showing Jesse more to do on the front end, getting everything ready. We'll just gotta see what happens. The headers, hopefully they don't crack. Y'all seen the last video of us working, getting the headers done. Cameron Johnson race cars got them knocked out for us. So hopefully with the runs this weekend, we'll know if they're gonna crack or not. But let's get the car fired up. It's extremely cold out here, so we gotta make sure everything's warm. We're gonna get 2 passes today. Hopefully everything's good. Dad will be here this afternoon to put a tune-up and prenup. I will be driving. Travis is not driving this weekend, so we will be a little bit slower just because of the weight, but that's okay. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna see what we can do, see if we can pull off a win. All right, guys, so we're gonna go through, we're gonna lube the blower up. You want me to lube it? You're gonna have to hold the blades open. So what this does, guys, is just gets the blower all lubed up. We'll let this sit for about 45 minutes. You do never want to fire up a screw blower while it's dry. The alcohol, it just eats everything up inside there. So we're gonna get that nice and lubed up. Trust me, you cannot over lube them. Let Jesse go through that real quick. And then about 45 minutes later, we'll get this car fired up.
And this isn't Kai's car, is it? I believe this might be Kai's car.
Has all the markings, that's for sure.
Justin Swanstrom, right side, Swan Gang, Lexus over there. Man, that car's won some money too. A lot of interest in this one, Brian. Look at the people on the starting line out there.
Plenty of it. These two guys have had some epic back and forths across the history of the internet with their No Prep Kings battles over the season, so this one has a little bit of personal connotation. And I'm not sure big country or little country ever send this thing down the racetrack without a little bit of extra incentivization in the cash department. Well, both cars busted the tires loose. Pashar's car trying to change lanes on him out there. Pitched sideways. Battle of attrition.
What's up, guys? It's day 2 down here at Bradenton Motorsports Park. We only got 1 pass yesterday. It was extremely cold. We went out there. Track temp was 51 degrees. My goal, my game plan is to never run a radial car with less than 60 degrees outside, but it just got extremely cold yesterday. So we did knock the tires off, but we made it out about 10 foot. We went up against our buddy Kai Kelly. Made sure I got back in it to get that wind light on. I wanted to go ahead and let Kai know we're 1-0 against him. I don't care how we got the win. It's just how it is. But we're back out here again today. We just fired the car up, got it all ready. Jesse's going through. He's about to drain the oil. We're gonna put new oil in. Because it's so cold and everything out here, it's breaking the oil down and it's turning it very milky. I'll turn it around real quick. You can kind of see what we're talking about right here. And it's just turning it very, very milky. and it's how it's supposed to. It's just because it's cold out. It doesn't really hurt nothing, but like I told Kyle, I'd like to put some fresh VP oil in it. It's still cold out here. I'm in my Carhartt beanie, but Prenut's fired up. She's ready to go. Another thing we did was we're trying to adjust to the racetrack. I think the track's going to get better with the heat. It always does, but for right now, we are putting weight on the rear end. So we put that bar right there. It adds about 30 pounds on the rear end. And we're hoping that allows to be able to push the rear end down to the track and try to keep the tire planted. We'll know here in a little bit when we go to make our pass. We're gonna adjust these valves real quick, go through, drain the oil, and put fresh VP oil back inside the engine. We'll fire it up in a little bit to get it ready, and then we're gonna go ahead and get ready for our 1 pass a day. They already let us know, because of the way the weather is and the timely manner we have, there will only be 1 pass a day. So hopefully we're on our A game, we can make it work. There was nobody that went down yesterday in the no time deal, so I would have loved to have went down, but track was just, you know, it was very cold. There was nothing the track staff could do. There was nothing that Dad could do. There was nothing that I could do. So we just had to get ready and prepared for today. It's going to be a slow process. We're going to get it all figured out. Getting that fresh VP put up in her. See, look at that oil. Pick it up a little bit. Yeah, you see the difference in the color oil?
Oh yeah. She got really milky.
See, like this looks like when I go to the bathroom. That other stuff look like when you go to the bathroom.
Neither of that is good.
That other stuff could be a bigger hair block.
But big shout out to VP for getting us set up. Guys, we didn't drop the pan. So with not dropping the pan, you know, there's gonna be a little bit of oil left in the pan. That's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and top it off. Once we fire it up, we'll, you know, go through and just top it off and make sure everything's good.
Left-hand side, internet sensation right here in No Prep King star Justin Swanstrom out of Zephyr Hills. He's behind the wheel. 2018 Lexus. This car has won a lot of money probably the last couple of months, or last year, of course. All right, here we go, our no time category. Swanstrom a little bit behind. That thing's got a tough big end over there. It gets the wind light Justin does on the left-hand side, but Camaro was way out in front. Ran him down and clipped him at the finish line.
All right, guys, so as you can see, we are back in the shop. It's still the same day from when we left Bradenton. We made a stellar pass. Made a stellar pass with me in the car. We pulled off that win, got a little money out of that deal on that race. We made an excellent hit, but we had a little problem. Remember when back in Bradenton a month ago when we were running a pro mod, we had a lifter lock up on us, and we kind of like messed up the camshaft a little bit. That was the motor that was in that car. We had it on the stand. We sent it off to Noonan. Long story short, we patched it back together. It seized up another lifter. We patched it back together, and the third pass, it dropped the valve. Well, in that pass there, stellar pass, ran good. We were extremely happy for it. Came back, pulled the valve covers, go through our valve lash, and that's why we do it every pass. We found out that we had locked up another lifter. Now, I don't know what's going on, as in, which I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I locked up a lifter. The lifter took out the camshaft. So yes, I had the parts there. I was going to put a new head on it because it did mess up a valve. I was able to put a new lifter in it, but I don't have a camshaft, and it completely wiped out the camshaft. It knocked the cap off the top of the valve, and it allowed the rocker arm to come out of the top of the cup of the push rod, which just made everything happen. The good thing about it is we caught the situation. We didn't have catastrophic failure. Money we were running for down there, I just told my dad it just wasn't worth it. I'd rather take the car back home. I'd rather get it put back in the shop. I'd rather pull it out. One, we need to pull the cam out, put a new camshaft in it, and we need to get ready for the bigger no time events that we have coming up. I would have loved to have been able to sit there, stay there and race those guys, because I felt like we had a stellar car. Prenup was doing its job. Everything was good, but it just was not a risk that I was wanting to take. I know some people online are gonna, crucify me for it. I could have fixed it, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have a camshaft. So even if I did have a camshaft, it would have probably been tough. We would have had to pull the motor out of the car, because you can't change the cam inside the car with our setups, just because of fuel cell and everything. I guess if you took everything out of the car, you possibly could, but it'd be easier just to pull it out of the car and swap it over and do all that. But one, I just didn't have a camshaft. So, I didn't want to chance it to break another valve and have to pay that bill again. I'm in the process of paying a bill right now, and it's pretty steep with all the parts and everything. So I just made a decision. In my heart, I feel like I made a right decision, as in just bring the car back home. Let's look it all over. Let's get everything ready, and let's get ready for the next couple events that we got coming up. The bright side of it was that we were able to find the situation there. It would have really sucked if, the next event we're going to would have been, Texas race for the 200,000. I think it's 175. And it happened there, because then we really be, screwed. The upside of this deal is I do have quite a bit of runs on that application. Yes, we service the rods. Yes, we service the springs. We usually service the lifters every 75 runs, same time we do valves. Well, I am coming up on it. I'm not right there yet. I'm about 60 runs in, and we did have one lock up. So what I'm going to do moving forward is I'm just going to start servicing the stuff beforehand. I'm going to go ahead and purchase me another set of lifters. I'm pretty honest with y'all. Lifters right now are about $3,500, $3,600 for a set of lifters. After you pay shipping and everything, probably $37.20 for a set of lifters. I'm going to get an extra set of lifters, because like I told my dad, for the $37.20, it's still cheaper than the $15,000, $20,000, sometimes $30,000 you have to pay whenever you break a valve. You either lock the engine up, sling a rod. So I'm going to just start maintaining them before they maintenance themselves. So it was like a good or bad scenario. I was able to find the situation that was going on, was able to, make up with the assumption that, I don't want to risk it, bring it back home. We're going to get the motor pulled out of the car. We have about 25, 26 days before we got to be at the next race. We are going to go testing with Moneybag this week. I'll turn it around real quick. As you can see, she's got a bunch of sticky notes on her, because we're getting all the sponsors on the cars this week. We are also getting all the sponsors on Todd's car this week. We are waiting on headers to come back for the Salty car. We will start testing that car. The first event for that car is not till March 1st. So the game plan is to test all of February with that car. We are also going to be testing Moneybag to be able to get it ready, because its first event isn't till March 14th and 15th, I believe. March 14th and 15th. Lance and Travis are throwing Carolina No Time event. So we're going to take 3 cars there. We're going to take Moneybag, we're going to take Prenup, and we are going to take Sir Vincent, Todd's car. All be on 275s. Their rules are a little bit different. All got to be no time cars, the calendar year, which is the year that we're in right now, and they have to run at a certain weight. So all 3 cars are going to have to run at 2550. We will leave from there, and if we got to freshen stuff up, whatever, we're going to run it as hard as we can, because we have that race there, and then we have the big money shootout race in Texas for the 175 grand that we're going to take all 3 cars there. Now, the 2 cars, which is Sir Vincent and Prenup, will race at South Georgia Motorsports Park next month, February 20th, I believe. We are going up there for Donald Long Ducks race. That's going to be the lights out race. It's a huge radial race. They got a no time class there, so we're going to take 2 cars there. Travis will be driving prenup. Todd will be driving Serventa, and I will just basically be crew chiefing, crewing on both cars, making sure everything goes good. And then, like I said, after that, we're going to keep testing and jump into having all 3 cars there. And then with Salty, we'll have 4 cars. Just want to kind of give y'all like a little heads up of what's coming to the channel. Y'all have been absolutely killing it. Y'all are killing it on merch. Shout out to my dad, man. His merch is going off. Like, I think I need to make a couple more designs with my dad's merch. Like, I didn't think my dad's merch was going to sell like that. And I knew a lot of people love Big Country, but I did not think it was like that. And I can't thank y'all enough, because everything goes right back into the program. Y'all are what helps, keeps these engines alive, keeps the program alive, and allows us to be able to keep racing and bringing y'all content. So I just want to thank y'all. But I hate that we lost an engine down there. We will get it fixed. We'll get it ready. We'll be stronger and be better for the next outing. We have a lot of good stuff that's coming soon. We're picking up Outdated at the end of this week. It's going to be getting painted. Everything's going on schedule. So we're going to get out. We're going to run that car here soon. We got a lot of things coming, but, you know, just stick with us. I promise you this is going to be the best and the biggest year of Justin Swanstrom Racing and Swan Gang, guys. So if you haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn that bell notification on, and I will see y'all at the next video.